Hello everybody, I hope you are well. Today I have come up to a Neolithic hill fort just above my home, and this is a place called Sisbury Ring, and it was settled in Neolithic times. It is a hill fort with ramparts, that is big ditches, and I am sitting inside the mouth of one of the flint mines. They have been filled in now, but the flint here was of such a high grade that it has been found in places like the Holy Land, so very well traded. It is very windy. I have tested the sound, so I just hope it's okay for you. And I thought today that we would do a bit of Celtic Reiki with some of the Ogham trees that are around me, and I'll channel the energy of the south of England, the Chalkland Downs. So I have picked up from this crater that I sit in a piece of chalk, and there is in the middle of it, I think, some flint. So I'm just going to place that at your feet. And I'm also going to give you some tree fungus. There is an oak tree about 100 yards away from me. So this has the energy of the oak. So I'm just going to place that at your feet as well. Now this is a public highway. In England we are pretty much allowed to walk most places, so as we are still in lockdown, there might be children or walkers coming past. So just start to ground. Right behind this camera is an elder. Ruish. Ruish. So I'm just going to draw that and send that into you. Very magical witch's tree it's known as. And I'd like you just to imagine roots growing out of your shoulders and down past your hips and knees, down through your feet and into the ground below you. They grow down and down and down, creating your root system that will join the twigs of the inner world tree, and in a single intention ask for those roots to absorb and bring the sap of the inner world tree up into your body, up your legs and into the lower dantian just below your belly button. It swirls around this wonderful green energy, opening and activating that energy center. And then the energy rises up your body to the middle dantian, right at your heart center. The green energy swirls around, opening and activating that dantian. And then it rises up again to the upper dantian, the yin-tang point, right in the middle of your forehead where the third eye is. It opens and activates that energy center, and the energy then continues to rise up you and out of you, connecting up through the layers and branching out above your head into the air and spilling back down around you in a protective fountain to be drawn up through your feet again, up your legs, through the lower dantian and up to the middle dantian, where the energy then splits and travels down your arms and out of the points in your hand. And the intention for you is to absorb the energies of the landscape that is around me. And breathe out. Now ask your guides and helpers to come in for your protection. My Druid guide is here behind my shoulder, and I can feel him, and he will also help protect. Now I'm just going to ask this pendulum to cleanse you and clear you of all of the fog and the confusion that we are feeling. And if you think that I don't feel it, I had a bit of a meltdown yesterday, so I'm needing this too. Spinning out anything that does not serve you. Spinning out anything that you don't need anymore. Spinning out any frustration, any anger, and any sadness, as well as the worries that we feel. Just let the pendulum spin this out, cleansing and clearing, and we're just going to let that spin until it's happy. Okay, thank you, guides. So take a deep breath in from the ground below you, holding the air in your lungs for a little while, and then breathe out and away and down any aches, pains and illness. Then take another deep breath in from the skies above us, holding the air in your lungs for a little while and breathing out the anxieties and worries. Then taking a third deep breath in from the waters surrounding our sacred earth, holding the air in your lungs for a little while and breathing out the remaining sadness. And then finally a deep breath in from the sun above you, holding the air in your lungs for a little while and breathing out the frustrations. And then settle your breathing down to its natural pattern. There is also an oak tree just over there, and here are many of the leaves, and I also have this Ogham, And I'm just going to draw that into my hand as well. Druid. 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 And I'm going to draw the Druid all the way down your spine and push that into you. I'm also going to draw the Rish. And I'm going to push that in towards you as well to bring the magic in. I'm going to place my hands upon your shoulders, and I'm just going to start now channeling the energy of southern England towards you. And I'm on a grassy hill with lots of un or firs. This is the gorse, and I have a couple of flowers here, and these smell of coconuts, so I'm just going to brush them down you. The plants, the bushes that you can see behind me are the gorse. Just breathe in that coconut smell, kind of like suntan lotion. And when we come up here in the very early morning, you can smell it on the mist. Breathing in the happiness, the joy that this yellow plant can bring you. Feeling the peace and the healing and the happiness that this traditionally brings. And it is always said that at every single day of the year there is one of these flowers blooming. And absorb that into your upper dantian, your head, to bring joy into your mind. Absorb it into the middle dantian, at your heart, bringing joy, peace and happiness to your heart, and then also to the lower dantian, just below your belly button, diffusing the anxieties, the pains, and bringing happiness and joy into the creative part of your body. And I will now draw this symbol into you as well. One. 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 The leaves are very prickly, so it can act as protection as well. And I am sitting amongst a lot of brambles. I can't even pull them off, but I do have the Ogham symbol here for it. And this is another happiness symbol. Muin. 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 And that is the blackberry, which brings a lot of vitamin C in. And here in the south of England, these come into fruit around September for the autumn, channeling that plant to you now. And in my mind I've just closed my eyes and I've seen a spiral from Oceanic Reiki for the fossil energies. So I'm just sending that into you as well for deep healing and ancestral healing. And actually, I have one with me. Which I'd forgotten about. This is a couple of nautilus shells that have been fossilized, joined together throughout time. And just absorb that red, orange and yellow into your being and feel it working deep within your DNA, your ancestral line. And I'm going to put that at your feet as well as the fungi and the chalk and flint. I'm just going to brush down with this smoky quartz through your aura, just clearing any residue. Down your center line. Give everything we haven't blown out into the stone. And I can hear skylarks. There are ravens and crows here as well. And even some buzzards, which are like eagles, soaring above us, being free, able to go wherever they like. And now we're going to use this clear quartz to shine light back in, shining into the yin-tang point where the third eye is. And I'm using Chinese phrases because in Celtic Reiki we use Qigong, Tai Chi. Drawing that down now to the heart center, shining the pure earth energy into the heart, filling it up, amplifying the gorse that I've already used there, helping it to work at its best, helping you to feel calm, happy and fulfilled. Down the center line again to the lower dantian below your belly button. That energy center that helps with your creativity, fertility of mind and body. And I'll just seal that in now. Sealing that in now. Sealing that in now. And I'm now going to channel in the energy of the Sussex landscape, the rolling grasslands and the fields that look like a patchwork quilt where I live. And there are some people just about to walk past. And many families come here out for walks, because that's all we're allowed to do at the moment here in the UK anyway. And breathe in the fresh air. Breathe in the energy of the little sleepy villages around here. The wheat fields that are growing. There are sheep, there are cows, and there are wild horses running around here, but I don't think they'll come on this side of the hill. But they are a dark brown with red, and they often have a good old gallop past. So let's just imagine that we are looking at the horses as they run past, and horses stand for moving forward in your life. They're gentle and strong, and humans have great connection to them, channeling their strength and their freedom to roam around where we can't at the moment. And I am actually sitting on a pile of dried horse dung. Just imagine smelling that, breathing in the hay and the grass and the oats that they have eaten. It doesn't smell now, but you can imagine how it would have smelt. Earthy, grounding, full of goodness, vitamins and minerals of the place that they eat from. And there's a skylark calling out perhaps to a mate, or calling out to those people who walked past. Don't tread on my nest. I nest on the ground in the long grass. Don't tread on me. Don't come too close. But they bring the joy to us. Take a deep breath in. Releasing and relaxing. Listen to the wind blowing out the cobwebs. And I'm also sitting amongst wild violets, and I'm just going to brush these down you as well as we finish off this little half hour out in the Sussex countryside of southern England. That's a blackbird, I think. Let the colour filter through to help your psyche, and the joy and the fragrance, ever such a dainty fragrance. And I'm just going to hold the pendulum over the pile of all of these things I've showed you, and I'm going to ask it to absorb. And it swings anti-clockwise. It might be transposed in the video, but it is absorbing the fungus, the flint, the chalk, the fossil, the gorse, the violets, the clear quartz, and the Ogham symbols that I have shown you. And we're just going to let it absorb for a last time. And now I'm going to just hold this above your head, and I'm going to tell it to release the energies of everything that I have shown them. The muin, the duier, the rish, and the un, the fossil energy, the fungus, the chalk, and the flint. And the sun is starting to break through, warming up you, warming up your spirit, and bringing happiness and vitality into you. It's doing a lot of spinning, so you're getting a lot of it. I hope you can feel this. I'm just going to move it slightly over the camera. Okay, it's starting to stop now. Take a deep breath in again. And I'm going to place my hands upon your shoulders now as we finish off the treatment. And I'd like you now just to grow those roots downwards again into the ground below you. And I'm going to ask the god, my main god of this place, Woden. Some of you may know him as Odin. And I'll draw his Anglo-Saxon rune energy into you as a blessing. And somewhere around Hugin and Munin, his ravens may have seen us and sent the word back to him that we have praised his name, we have sent healing, we have received healing, and that we respect his lands and the land that we live on. So just growing those roots down again into the ground below you. They grow downwards and downwards and downwards, reaffirming their connection to the inner world tree, giving you vitality to carry on with strength and courage. And I ask that for myself as well. And I send you peace, healing, and tranquility, my friends. Love and light, and see you next time.